Okay, let's start talking about laying out for our floor framing system here. So I just want to talk about building code for a second. When we frame out walls and floors and roofs, there's a common building practice that's adopted, and it's how far you need to space each of those studs and joists from each other. So if you ever look at a tape measure and you pull out your tape measure here, where the tongue is, you go all the way along, and what you'll see is a series of these red squares. So this is 16 right here. It's even got a little line going right the way through it. If we pull this out even further, you'll see another red square with a line going through it as well. Now what these mean, this will go on for the whole entire of the tape measure. What these mean is this is going to help you out with building code. This is 16 inches, so every one of those red squares is 16 inches apart. So this one was 62, sorry, this one was 16, the other one was 32, and they're all 16 inches apart from there on out. Now, that is the most commonly used building code, is spacing them out at 16 inches. You can do it at 2 feet, but mostly people do it at 16 inches. The reason we do it at 16 inches, it creates a lot more load on the beam or on a joist. Having them closer together, you can have a lot more weight on it. So basically, for our model house here, we're going to adopt this same technique called 16 inches on center. And we're going to make our own scaled version of that. And that's where this piece of paper comes into hand right here. Basically, on this piece of paper, each one of these red rectangles here is going to represent a 16-inch on center. I actually did the math a few years ago for this, and I believe it was 1 inch and 3/16 on center for a scaled down version of that. Okay, so in the next couple of videos, I'm going to show you how we're going to use this ruler to create our layout lines on our floor plan. Okay.